that they do this is they form ions, and that's the first thing we're going to talk about is ions. Ions are when an element gains or loses electrons. They basically form ions. They do this so that they can become like the noble gases. So, the first possibility is when it actually loses an electron. So, for example, sodium has one little valence electron. So, he might lose that in order to become happy. So, he would become a cation, and yes, it's pronounced cation, not cation. Cation, and so it would become a positive ion. Anions gain electrons to become negative ions. For example, oxygen normally has 6 valence electrons. So what it might do is it might go and gain 2 more, and look now, it has a full 8, a full octet. So it would be happy just gaining those 2. And you have to remember that electrons are like big, heavy boulders. It's easier to take away or gain based on what's the least amount of work. So for sodium, it would be a lot easier to take away 1 than gain 7. Oxygen, it'd be easier to gain 2 than take away 6, because that's the least amount of work. How do you know what makes what, though? What's an easy way to help yourself? Okay, well, here's a periodic table that you could go through, and these are the most common ions that you will know. So I've color-coded those. So lithium, basically your alkali metals, make 1 pluses, meaning that they will lose 1 electron and become a 1 plus. Beryllium down to radium will become a 2 plus. Aluminum is the only one in that column that you actually know the charge of. It's a 3 plus. Nitrogen, phosphorus, and arsenic, 3 minus. Oxygen, sulfur, and selenium, 2 minus. Fluorine, chlorine, bromine, and iodine, 1 minus. So those are the ones, those are what I commonly refer to, as our group A elements. Those are the ones that you know the charges of always, okay? Or I'll refer to them as type 1s. Okay. And so that's my short little video about ions.